What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for another episode of The Long Journey Home. My name is Splattercat. Super stoked to have you here today as we hang out for a little while and actually play a game that has been beating me up over the last couple days. Now, you might think, hey, Splat, we're on episode 3. What's going on? I accidentally deleted the save, but we were circling the drain anyways. In the greater diagram of things, we had circled it, drawn an arrow to it, and we're like, there is the drain. Here is our ship. We are heading towards it. So we're going to do a new jump mission today. I've got about 10 hours played now in between, those episodes and now. We're going to do something a little bit different because I believe in this party, we are going to take... The archaeologist is useless. I don't think she helps at all. Simon Castillo, the salvage kit, is actually weirdly useful when you need it. It's not good until you don't have it, but once you have it, it's pretty dope. The problem is the last party that we took is basically the perfect party. It's kind of weird. There are like useless party members in this game, and there are really good party members in this game. And the ones that I've locked in on as being like super crazy good are the astronaut, the test pilot, the engineer, the researcher is like meh, the botanist is pretty good. The theoretical physicist has his moments, but he's not really that great. Zoe Creed sucks. The executive's pretty good. Mission planner's alright, but only because the items she brings on. Basically, there are characters who have, like, tangible uses, and there are characters who are just, like, garbage. And so, I'm gonna take the same... I'll swap out the astronaut for the botanist there, so you can all feel better. I'll swap out the astronaut for the botanist. This time around, we're gonna be taking the... Oh, I don't know. I'll probably take... That's got really good jump range. But it's got a terrible exotic matter tank and like no cargo space. Good lord. We'll try the Ulysses this time around. Yeah, that's totally my ship right there. I love it when it has like pony puff colors. Sure, we'll go ahead and do that. We'll take the Pathfinder as our ridiculously colored ship. Actually, no. I'm gonna take... That's got a good fuel tank. That's got drill efficiency and hull strength. I don't know which I like better. I'll probably go with this one. We'll go with this one. And then we'll go with, this party is more or less boned. So that's going to be the name of our galaxy. Ain't no way anybody's surviving this bitch. Let's get up out of here. Start after the jump. And so I'm mostly going to be skipping over the cutscenes. They take up space. And frankly, I want to get as much done in this series as possible, and I've seen all of them anyways. You've seen all of them, and you've only watched 2 episodes. There's really not a whole lot of variance in the general scheme of things. And so we have landed inside the Madriza. Alright. We've got like a debris field down here. I've never found anything in a debris field that's useful. So I'm probably not going to mess with it too much. There's a planet over here though. And so we'll probably give that a look. Oh, that's probably not what I want to do. I'm going right for it. I'm going to try and kill the boosters real fast. And then I'll stretch that out slightly. I've gotten a little bit better at this landing thing. Trust me. There we go. That'll work. And then we'll cut that downwards just a tad. Just a smooge. And then we should be right inside the orbit that we need. It's a harmless location that has tons of phosphates, aluminium, and helium. Alright. Aluminium, helium. Give it to him, helium. Alright. Let's get down to the planet. And I'll try and do my best to explain the things I've learned along the way that have made me, like, a little bit better at the game. I still can't make it out of, like, the second system. So, don't trust in me too much. We're probably all gonna die. But we'll get the phosphates first. It's going to help us fill up the EM drive. This planet has very low gravity, so we shouldn't have to worry too much about burning in or injuring ourselves or anything like that. It also has what looks like a salvage spot or maybe a jungle over here. And so we'll hit up the jungle too and see what happens. What do we have? My suit visor's fogging up. I'm in a dense jungle and there are vines everywhere. I can barely see anything through this visor. I've discovered an interesting looking plant. The scanner gives it the scientific name Paranichia falcata. Okay, and we'll bring it back with us. We do have a botanist with us, and so plants will be moderately more useful than they normally... Oh, it's actually right here. I missed that. Oh, no. Stabilizer's failing. I've already flipped upside down, and it's my first mission. You can actually fly the lander upside down. I've done it. Sometimes, for whatever reason, it'll flip upside down, like when you're in midair. There doesn't... Oh, I gotta put the boosters on. We've got wind right now. And so there's actually probably not going to be a lot of phosphates here. So the basic way that that works... is if you look at the drill bit, actually it's probably faster to go this way. If you look at the drill bit, if it's in the green zone, it means you're getting really good yields and there's very low chance that anything's going to happen to the drill. Yellow's kind of in the middle, and red means that the drill is now actively taking damage, or, the suction, siphon, whatever it is, if you're trying to get helium or whatever. It means it's actively taking damage now if it's in the red, and your chances and yields are probably going to be low. and so it's usually not worth it in the larger scheme of things. This one is also going to be pretty low yield. I doubt we're going to get much aluminum out of here. Like, we can try, but yeah, we're taking damage right now, so I'm probably not going to give that one too much more thought. Then we'll do a short little hop, skip, jump over here to the helium vent. Since we've had bad luck so far, I hope our luck gets better with this. Oh yeah, this is a really good helium vent. This is like a crazy good helium vent. Awesome. And so there it is, our helium suction thingamadoobie filter. That's a technical term. It's a technical term, don't question it. Straight from NASA. Helium suction thingamadoobie. We don't want that to get damaged either. God, that ship is a ridiculous color. That ship is crazy ridiculous. On this one, I'll probably jump to that little blue planet over there. So what we'll want to do is we'll want to slingshot it as we come around, like so, and that'll get us out of the orbit. It's not going to put us in the right direction, though, so unfortunately, it's very difficult to plan, like, your launches in this game because it doesn't let you zoom out far enough to actually plan your launches, and what that leads to is the player ends up wasting a ton of fuel trying to correct because you can't even see what you're shooting for on the screen. That's one of the things that I would change if I was the developer. I would make it so the player actually can actively see almost the entire system when they're jumping so that they don't have to make like desperate last second directional changes that cost a ton of fuel because there's no way to know if you're shooting properly. We want to bring this one in like so, and then we should be solid because our velocity is not so great. In general, when you approach a planet, you probably want to keep your velocity at like 1.5 AU. That's about right. Is anything damaged? The ship is slightly damaged. We'll throw some copper on that. The lander is slightly damaged. We'll throw some copper on that as well. We've used up a little bit of fuel, so I fill up what I can right there. Helium will probably do better than hydrogen. Well, you know, we'll use whatever we need to use while we're down here. We're not going to be able to store most of the stuff we find on this planet, but we'll keep it inside the lander for right now because we will be taking some latent damage when we decide to jump to the next system. It looks like we've got 2 mines over here. Gravity is average, so we'll definitely want to stabilize our vertical velocity as quickly as possible, and then we'll put on the burners right now to even out the horizontal velocity as well. And that should give us a nice little descent straight into the center of these fields. Very nice. And so that's about exactly where I wanted it to be. I still think the game would probably control better with WASD or whatever. I'm not a big fan of the mouse controls as I've played it more and more. Oh, wow, we're going to get a shit ton of iron out of this. We'll check on the magnesium. I don't know how good the magnesium is going to be, but it might be decent. We'll sit it down right there. The magnesium's in okay shape. And we're out of free containers. We could actually mine this place a little bit. We could mine this place dry if we really wanted to. We've got so many hull repair related things that I think we're fine just going back to orbit. It'd be my hope that we could get our hands on a little bit more helium or a little bit more drive fuel, but I can live with what we've got for right now. Is there anything else in this system that we need to be worried about? There is the small concern of the asteroid field. It might be worth shooting for if we can slingshot out of there. And actually, that might put us kind of on target. I'll curve it on over. We do have a body in the middle of this thing, and I think it's like a white star or something like a white dwarf. It's not a big star, and in fact, we should be able to get EM from it too if we ended up running out of that, but where's this asteroid field? There it is. Gonna have to hook it in a little bit. Perfect. Save some fuel right there. We'll get done with this, and then we'll jump straight out of the system. I don't even know if we have the storage space for what we're going in on right now. We may end up with... Oh, we're going down this way. Okay, turn the ship around. The Pony Puff ship. Pony Puff ship to the max. Pony Puff ship flying ass. Pony Puff shit. It's got class. Sometimes when we're not farting. It's not a classy ship. It's a ship full of farts. Ow. Okay, that was a mistake. That was my badsies. My bad. It didn't hurt us that badly, though. We're okay. Everybody's intact. I'm going to drift this on over to here. Let's see if I can... Oh, Christ. Well, there goes a little bit more paint. Let's turn on the guns down here. Have a little fun with some nuns. Shake your buns. Maybe it'll be something that I already have. I am actually failing to see what it dropped. I think it's right there, actually. Yeah, there it is, hiding underneath that debris right there. Don't right-click when you've got the shields and the weapons primed. It'll make you do like this dash thing. And I promise you, you will dash yourself into an asteroid at least one time learning that lesson. Just being like, oh, the ship has a dash attack. Okay, wow, this is not going well. There we go. I forgot that, so in my previous playthrough, I had this thing that made the ship turn way faster, and so there was like this learning period where I had to learn that the ship turned faster, and now my ship feels all sluggish and like gunboaty and everything because I don't have that module anymore. Oh good, this one's actually out in an open area, so I don't have to risk asteroid death in order to get after it. I'm not going to need the full volley, we'll go ahead and just put some rounds on it right there. Hopefully it'll have platinum or something inside of it. Platinum, are you in here? We have no we have no space for whatever that is. It's probably carbonates or something. Usually you don't get super awesome stuff when you do things like this. But since we've taken a little bit of damage, can I free up one of the pods anywhere? There we go. We'll free that. It's silicate, so that's for the EM drive. That's alright. See if we can jump out of here without running into an asteroid. Oh, lucky so far. The jump speed is super slow when you're in an asteroid field. Chances are, unless you're towards the edge of the field, and it's going to try and pull us into a star, but we ain't playing that ish. We're getting out of here. Star can't have none of this. Star can't see us. Star don't want to get none. If I crash into that sucker, it'd explode and wipe out half the galaxy from the ice-cold game coming into contact with the moon or whatever the shit it is. All right, so over here we've got just about everything. Some frosty planets, some liquid planets. We've got Firaga over there, Piraga. That's the 3rd level spell, Per. You have Pura, Piraga. Down there we've got Kurtwall. Man, there's a lot of planets in these galaxies. Holy shit, man. We've got some pretty cool stuff to select from. I'll be honest with you. Normally there's not this many planets in the different areas. Where is our gate at? Do we know there's a gate in Zeta Ursae? Is there a gate anywhere else? There's a gate over in Cursa, too. So Cursa probably takes us over to here, and then the one that's in Ursae probably takes us over there, and it doesn't look like there's a gate. Oh, there's a gate right there, too, in Maya. So where does the gate in Maya take us? Does it take us to there? Because that'd be a hell of a jump if that's how far it takes us. That's the booty hole cluster right there. Nobody wants to go to booty hole cluster. I bet when we get back to Earth, it's gone. I bet that's the plot twist. I bet we get back to Earth and the whole thing's just been destroyed. I'm going to Lambda Scorpii because we need fuel more than anything else. You burn through fuel in this game at just like a crazy rate. EM fuel, you can make it work. But we got somebody that's going to try and intercept us down here. I'm going to try and jump the gravity well of this star before this gets any worse. But we are cruising pretty quickly. So we'll probably want to put on the big jets. Them slam jets just to get around here. There we go. And we've been intercepted by somebody. Somebody! We'll talk to them. We'll see what they need. We'll be like, hey, what you want? Where you from? Oh, cool. It's the Kudayest. The Kudayest are cool. Greetings unto you. We are the heralds of the Kudayest of the Symbiotry of the Second Testament. We come to your galaxy on a mission of peaceful, philosophical inquiry to promote that which is truth and deny that which is in the non... Brother. Not now, brother. Can you not see that I'm talking to the alien? But it's my turn to do the introductions. This again, listen, do you want a repeat of what happened with the Caraflaxi? The Caraflaxi were 200 cycles ago, and it was only a small war. A small war that killed our reputation in that quadrant. Hello, we come in peace in search of truth, and well, we are the energy beings that wiped out the entire Caraflaxi civilization because my idiot pairmate couldn't distinguish his encounter suit speech processor from its waste removal sphincter. Yeah, that was a fantastic start to our mission, wasn't it? I said I was sorry. And now I've completely lost my place. Honestly, and that's why I, Elder Herald of the Symbiotry of the Labyrinth, shall do the smecking introductions, and you, brother, shall wait your turn as agreed. Ugh, I don't know, brother. They don't look too bright. Fantastic. Caraflaxis Prime all over again. Wait, maybe he can help us with our problem. Very well. Aliens, we've been following the signal of one of our brethren's ships. It disappeared on a planet whose gravity makes it impossible for our ship to land. You, however, seem equipped. Will you investigate our Pharaoh Heralds and turn down any relics they may have been transporting? Hell no. This mission is close to impossible. The planet they send you to is a death world. Don't go there. It's the worst plan ever. If you go there, you are definitely gonna die. This quest sucks, dude. I've attempted this quest twice, and both times it has led to my instantaneous death. It is not a good quest to go after if you value being, like, in one piece and not being super dead scattered all over the galaxy, alright? So just don't even do it. Don't even play with it. We'll kind of round this out over here. Lower our velocity so that we can kind of stink our way in here. This is a harmless planet full of helium fart gas. Helium fart gas. Helium fart gas. Gonna make me super fart real fast. If I have a botanist, he might be able to do something. Yeah, make some medicine out of it. So he made us an adaptive cure out of that. That's pretty sweet. Adaptive cure is actually a pretty good item. Sweet. It fixes, like, most of like, the mental defects that you can get, so that's pretty good. Not bad. Everybody's in good shape. We're not going to be going down to any planets that are covered in vines and getting all infected this time around. I promise. We're going to keep it tight. Keep it high and tight this time. In our jump, we took a little bit of damage. We are super full up on, like, everything right now. There we go. Now we've got some cargo space so that we can offload some ish. Go down to the planet, grab a bunch of helium before we go anywhere else. Helium, helium. Get a scratch on your butt, you need a helium. Alright, so this looks like it has low... Oh, shizer. Yeah, this place has low gravity. We'll be fine. It's pretty hard to burn in on a planet with low gravity. I like the graphics in this game. I hate the controls in this game, but I love the graphics. Like, I like what the game's getting after, but it's just like the controls are just not my favorite thing in the universe. We got the helium all in our hold. Gonna take it to space and get it unrolled. Alright, so we got helium for right now. That should carry us for at least a little while longer. It's not like a super useful amount of helium, but it's enough. We got a planet over here and a planet back that way, so I'm just going to kind of cruise softly in this direction. Although the gravity well is trying to mess with me, the star's trying to pull us in. Come on, take me down to whatever this little turd planet is over here. There we go. If I can just round that out that way. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Nope, that's also not what I wanted. There we go. And so now if I can slow it down, we should be good. He's trying to slingshot me back towards the sun, though. Might as well be slinging at the sun. Dee-doo-bip-bip. This place has carbonates. How are we looking on resources? Pretty full, but carbonates are always useful. I think we should go down and take it. I think we should go get some carbonates. That's just my opinion. And so I'm going to do it because I am the captain now. This place has very low gravity, which means we're going to have to fly with the top thruster, too. Very low. Ooh, our helium absorber has been polluted. That's no good. That sucks super hard. So, yeah, low gravity planets, you basically don't fall at all. You've actually got to use the downward thrust in order to move yourself around. And it takes some getting used to. It takes some getting used to. However, it makes harvesting gases very easy, in case you were wondering about that. I'm going to take this guy like horizontal. We'll get back like this. And then we'll go like so. Then I'm going to try and sit it down over here. But yeah, low gravity planets are a little weird with the controls and whatnot. However, low gravity planets with wind on them are by far worse. They will make you want to, like, kill your soul. Ugh. Stay on the ground, you bastard. We got a mine. And there we go. Get me sexy carbonates. An entire hold full. Give me all the carbonates I could have ever desired. There we go. CaCO3. That's the thing I want for me. CaCO3. I bring it in my hold for thee. That's the formula for calcium carbonate, in case you were wondering. AKA carbonates in short. Just in case you were wondering, CaCO3. Alright. Well, hopefully, I mean, as we get further from this enormous asshole of a star, it should stop trying to suck us back in. I mean, we're still losing speed right now. Here, turn on the boost. We gotta keep this thing cooking. There we go. We'll still lose speed as we get towards the edge out here, but that's fine. Got it, boss. Shift change, out of bed. I don't call people boss, because to some people, boss is super son of a bitch backwards. It's an acronym spelled backwards. It's a prison acronym. We'll probably do a loop right here, I think. Man, we're going pretty fast. I didn't realize how cooking we were. We were at like 4 point something AU. This place will probably be super deadly because it's a gas giant, and gas giants tend to be super scaresy. We'll see what happens with it, but they tend to be kind of terrifying. Yeah, exactly. That's about what I figured. But it has nitrogen on it. Just in case you're into that kind of thing. Let's go back to the map, and I'll hit that. I might not be able to. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to hit that. I mean, we'll hit it just in case. See if there's anything that'll stack over here, because we're going to need to make some money at some point. But we'll slingshot off of here. And then we'll shift aggressively this way so that we can get into the asteroid field. And we'll see if there's anything useful inside of here. Sometimes there's shipwrecks and stuff inside of here, although you don't see it very often. Alright, so we're being jammed. It's grape this time. That's cool, I get it. You're on a budget. I understand. Grape, for people that have never been poor before, grape jelly is cheaper than strawberry jelly. That's the joke there. Is that when you're on a budget, you get grape jam because it's cheaper. Oh shit. Nope, I don't want to get crushed by space rocks today. No thank you. I think I might be able to zip through here though, if we don't get too squirrely. Maybe. Yeah, there we go. All my piloting training and those extensive years spent paying hundreds of thousands of dollars to become a pilot worked out. Alright, nighty-night to that asteroid. And it's sexy loot. We got a bunch of copper out of there, which is fine because it stacks with what we already had. And then we're going to swing up this way. We are not going to use the boost, however, because that is tantamount to just killing ourselves now by throwing ourselves against a very, very pointy space rock wall. You ever think about how crazy it is that there's like an asteroid field out there and those rocks have just been floating around for like billions of years? Just like chilling out there. Like nothing interacts with them. They don't like do anything. They're just like out there. That shit freaks me out, man. They've been out there for like as long as our planet has existed. They have been out there just floating. Just in a ring around our sun. Just chilling. Not really doing a whole lot. Come on, jump drive. Give it to me. There we go. Got to get it up out of here. Sometimes you got to give it a pep talk before it'll take you out of the galaxy properly. And with that, we're done here. Ain't nothing to look at. Let's bounce. More bounce to the ounce. I'm feeling musical tonight. I don't know why. Okay, so we can go to Rhodes, which has many rock planets. Or we can go to Yoshidamichi. Also an option. There's a shipyard in Laputa. Alright. We'll consider that for later. I'm not even going to begin to try and pronounce that galaxy because I think it might get me punched. Let's see here. I think that we'll go to Yoshidamichi. Hudamichi? Yoshidamichi. Alright, so on this one, we're going to have to float around the edge of the... We got to stay in orbit of the star until we get around to the other side. Otherwise, we're just wasting fuel super hardcore. While I'm here, though, I will consider refueling the EM drive. At least a tiny bit. So we've got something hanging over right there. And then if we could pick up some, like, silicates or something like that, we'll be able to make this work. This dude just talking about plants all day long. Dude, we know you became a botanist to grow weed. Just stop. We know what you do in your free time. You think we don't notice that little greenhouse in your backyard? Dude, is it sucking me into the star right now? I see you, star. I see what you're trying to do. Trying to suck me inside of you. Shit, I don't even know you like that. We're not even friends like that, let alone lovers like that. I'm gonna go over here. This place seems like it's probably gonna hurt me. This planet looks very terrifying. I'm gonna use the jets to kind of eke this one back in and slow our roll a little bit. There we go. That gets us into the orbit. This thing's going to be deadly, though. It always is. Yeah, it's a high-risk planet, so there's convections, which are violent. Extreme gravity. It's a gas planet. With extreme gravity, I don't think we'll be able to get out of the gravity well. I think we'll be hosed, so I don't think we should risk it. It's just not worth it. I'm going to go around the planet one more time, and we'll try these two over here. But going down on this planet seems like it's probably going to end really poorly for us. Extreme gravity, you need special jets to deal with it, and we don't have those special jets, so little terrifying. I am gonna jump to that little gray place right here. Gray place, it's my brand new place. Gonna hang out at the gray place. It's gonna be so great. Doo doop doop doo. That's a little tiny ass planet. I bet that thing has no gravity. Yeah, pull us in. Pull us in for a look. I've never seen a planet this small, and I played this game a lot. That's a little tiny baby planet. Hello,
little tiny baby planet. How are you? Are you feeling good, little tiny baby planet? You look a little red. Did you remember to put on your sunscreen?
It's a harmless planet full of copper. I don't really need copper. Don't think copper is useful to me right now. Yeah, copper's not entirely all that useful. So I think... yeah, I'm gonna go back to the map. And then I'm gonna accelerate out this way. And we'll see if we can get to this little blue world over here. Take it up to like 1.5 AU. Okay, like, there we go. Just keep it at that speed. It's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be alright, everybody. Everything's gonna be good. Unless we run out of fuel. And then we're definitely gonna die in the vacuum of space far from home where none of our family members or relatives will ever know what happened to us. That is also a possibility. I just figured I'd bring it up. I mean, if that's gonna be a likely outcome for what we're doing here, it would be my suggestion that maybe we settle that inevitability now. How's this planet looking? It's low risk and it's full of helium and hydrogen? Well, then I will land here because you said it was low risk. And I don't like risk at all. I don't want to play risk ever. Everybody knows that if you start in Australia, you automatically lose. Oh, gravity is high here. That's a little terrifying. Gravity, lay off the weed, yo. What are you doing? Oh, shit. Chasing down some helium. Can't catch you because it's not fun. I don't know what we're trying to do right now. But I definitely need to get into one of these jet streams that actually has resources in it. Give me yo helium. Also, I will take you, hydrogen. Yay! Hydrogen for us. And then I'm going to let myself fall a little bit. And there's more helium right there. We just need fuel really badly, and I don't want to pay for it at a space station because I'm a cheap bastard. So I'm risking our pilot's life right now trying to pick it up. That's exactly what I'm doing. I sugarcoated that 0. This pilot has to die so that I can have helium, then so be it. It is what it is. I didn't make the rules. I basically just enforced them. We got a little bit of fuel left. The lander is taking damage from all this, so I want to be careful about the overall expenditure here. But getting ourselves like tanks and tanks and tanks full of fuel is a good idea, because running out of fuel is like one of the #1 things that happens to me in this game. Like, running out of fuel happens all too frequently. It's one of the major risks. Like, EM fuel we can deal with. If we run out of EM fuel, we can just go near a star and burn ourselves with radiation until we get enough. But thank you, Harmless Planet, for your contribution to our adventure. This game is called The Long Journey Home. I hope you guys have been enjoying it so far. I will see you all in the next episode. Sorry about deleting the previous series on accident, but, you know, it's not like we were doing that great anyways, and I had no idea what I was doing. Now I know what I'm doing. So you don't have to be angry at me and shout at your screen anymore. Hooray! I will see you all next time. Bye, everybody.